Good morning. The time is 7:45 a.m. My name is Philip Wilson, and this is Safety News. A recent review of our accidents last year revealed that 42% of them were directly related to slips, trips, and falls. Due to this trend, Eldeco will be launching a 3-month campaign titled If You Fall, They Fall, to drive out the accidents from our organization. We now have Craig, one of our safety coordinators, at the scene of a slipping accident that recently happened. Go ahead, Craig.
Thanks, Phil. I'm currently standing at the scene of the accident. Let's recreate the event and demonstrate what just happened. To recreate the accident, first, let's add an employee, a forklift with a qualified operator, a stack of boxes, some materials, a shelf, and a ladder. The employee was checking inventory in a warehouse when the accident took place. Now let's take a look at what happened to the employee as they were climbing down the ladder after checking inventory. As the employee was climbing down the ladder, she didn't notice the piece of conduit lying at the base of the ladder. This accident could have been avoided if the employee would have taken the time to inspect her environment for slips, trips, and falls hazards. Unfortunately, due to her injuries, she will be out of work for at least a couple of days.
Thanks, Craig, for the update. Now let's take a walk to the chalkboard and discuss how this accident could have been prevented. I want to be the very best, that no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. First, anytime we're cutting material, we need to make sure that we discard the material either in the trash or move it over to the side. Secondly, we need to clean up as we go. It's a best practice to make sure our work area is clear of any clutter and any other hazards that may cause an accident. We now have Jerry on the scene of a tripping accident. Jerry, can you tell us a little bit more about what happened over there?
Sure thing, Philip. It was at this location where the employee was pulling cable. As he was pulling the cable, he tripped over some leftover material that was left on the ground, resulting in an accident.
One more thing, Jerry, before you continue.
Go ahead, Philip.
You know I'm smarter than you.
Thanks, Philip.
So in this scene, we also need to check our area for hazards. In addition, we also need to check the path of where we're working to make sure that we eliminate any hazards down the road. And as usual, housekeeping is an issue. So let's make sure that we keep it clean as we work. Thanks, Jerry, for the update. We now have Craig again at the scene of a fall accident. Go ahead, Craig, and tell us about what happened.
Here in the electrical room, an employee was working off an 8-foot ladder. As he was climbing down the ladder, he missed the last rung, causing him to fall off and hit the floor.
From the scene, we learned about body placement, especially our hands and our feet. It's important that we are aware of our body placements to prevent any accidents such as pinch points, cuts, burns or bruises, and in this case, falling. We need to be aware of our surroundings at all times, but not be distracted by them. Although distraction may occur in the work area, we need to make sure that we stay focused on our tasks so that we don't miss a step that can cause an accident. Accidents may occur more oftentimes than we would like. In certain cases, as an accident is taking place, an unsafe act or unsafe condition is being performed in a nearby area. Let's review the previous scenes and see if we can identify any unsafe act or unsafe condition taking place. In the first scene, we see the employee operating a forklift. The employee does not have any safety glasses on or any gloves. If any debris were to fly into his eyes or if he were to cut his hand while operating the forklift, he could have a serious accident. Also, does the worker seem tired or worried about something? And what about the employee swinging in the background? Although that's an extreme unsafe act, horseplay should not be allowed on the job site. As you can see, the employee is working off a platform that is greater than 6 feet off the ground without using proper fall protection. At the same time, the employee is using bad lifting techniques. You should always lift with your legs, not with your back, to avoid back strains. First, we have a puddle of water caused by a tipped over water bottle. Right above that, we have a receptacle with a power strip that's not GFCI protected. This employee is working on an energized panel without proper headgear, safety glasses, or gloves. This concludes our safety news. Always remember, if you fall, they fall. Be safe out there. This is Philip Wilson, signing off.